Good morning, everybody. We're going to do a quick little update here on the price of XRP, and it's playing very skeptical right now, extremely skeptical. And you guys heard what Trump came out and said. Well, not Trump directly, but the CIA, the ex-CIA individual that is coming out saying that Trump is going to attack Iran tomorrow or Tuesday. And that is blowing up all over. And I'm going to try to bring this up to you. Give me 1 second. But right now, this is the weekly chart that we're looking at. We talked about this in yesterday's episode, and it's not looking good. It's not looking good. I'm not going to come here and say it's looking good. It's not looking good. And we have this narrative that is being built up for the perfect market wick down. So let me know what you guys think. What you guys think is going to pan out here. I mean, listen, long term, this is extremely bullish in terms of like this year. It's just this little area that we are in right now is not good. But if we zoom out to the 4-hour, this level is very important, right? Like we discussed in yesterday's episode, this is a very important psychological level for XRP. Where is this? There we go. Former CIA director, potential Iran strikes will not bring about a regime change, sadly, which is crazy. I genuinely think if Trump were to go in here and invade and attack them, it is going to be a very tough battle, in my opinion. Do you guys think we're going to see an attack within the next 72 hours? Let's see. Let's do a poll. Will USA attack Iran within 48 hours, right? So it's Monday and Tuesday potentially. We'll just say 48 hours. Yes and no. It will have an impact on the price of XRP and the broader ecosystem. If it does the complete opposite and does 180 and goes the other way, would be, I mean, it could. Again, it's going to be very interesting to see how this plays out, because remember when Trump kidnapped Venezuelan's president, nothing happened to the price charts for crypto. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. A lot of people are saying no. Wow, it's going to be interesting to see. It's going to be very interesting to see. But I don't know where this is coming from. I generally don't know where this is coming from. In terms of like, why is this even being said? Why is this why is this being made public by the former CIA director? And also, the Olympics were going on. Didn't even notice and realize, which is crazy, because there's so many things happening. Should be a good Sunday. Should be a good Sunday to see the deciding factor. I really hope we see a bounce here and we can kind of maintain this weekly candle in the green. So that means that XRP would need to come up to at least $1.48 by the end of today. I don't know what kind of catalyst is going to move that. It's not going to be my pockets that's going to move the price of XRP 8 cents, because you need billions of dollars in order for you to do that. Maybe just under. I set my Iran war sub $1 XRP buy order last week. Let's go. Good morning, Vinny. I might even, yeah, we'll see. We'll see how this turns out. I've never really touched Polymarket, but I've been kind of thinking about it. But just in terms of real world events, but I think I'm not going to even cater to that. Caroline, good morning. Quiet Sunday morning. Quiet crypto. Pretty quiet world overall. The Epstein documents, the UFO documents, the alien documents that they're going to release. Iran and USA, the tension in the Middle East still is there. And then you got the big elephant in the room, Israel. It's a crazy world. When individuals, it's a very gray area because like you can't really speak to people about all this stuff because people don't understand you and they like kind of tell you that you're crazy. But the events that are going on in the world right now is truly life-changing. And ladies and gentlemen, go ahead and smash that like button. We are looking low on those. Let's get the algorithm going. But crypto is going to be our final opportunity for any of us to actually generate generational wealth if we are positioned right for this. Remember, this is not a dream. There's people out there that got into XRP, BNB, not XRP, like Bitcoin, Ethereum at like the dirt cheap prices, right? Like I could have bought a lot of BNB at under $1. That's Binance coin, which is $1,000, right? $600 right now. I could have bought a lot of BNB, and guess what I said at the time? I said it was too expensive when it was at $1. Even when it was at $2.17, I specifically remember $2.17. And even Solana when it was at like 60 cents, right? The time, like it's just crazy that XRP holders, the smart ones, have actually accumulated a lot. So when this thing does go the other way, it's going to be just crazy. What are you guys going to do? What's the first thing you guys are going to do? Maybe pay off your debt. I wouldn't quit. There's nothing better than, going into work even after you guys have made lots of money. Just going to work, just for fun. And then slowly just dip out of there. But it's like it's your mind shift, your mental state. It's going to be completely different, completely different. You might even find your work fun, okay? Because now you're just kind of making free money and you're choosing to do it. But things will change drastically. Yeah, and relocating. Panama is amazing. Waiting for the safe yield. Yep, exactly. Good stuff. Good stuff. A lot of people are, throwing out yields left, right, and center right now. And those options are always going to be there, in my opinion. And right now, just focus on the Clarity Act getting passed. Like, let these things get really, cemented in before we start lending out our hard-earned XRPs that we have accumulated into third-party platforms. I'm trying to see if Ripple is willing to do this. That's one of my reach out goals for 2026 is reach out to Ripple and see if they're willing to start products on behalf of Ripple. That is something that I would trust, and that is something that I would feel very comfortable with sending over my XRP. And I'm surprised they haven't done anything like that. Yeah, a different attitude at work. I mean, it should be a different attitude at work for anybody right now. You guys are already way ahead of the game. Like, just ask yourself, who on your work floor owns crypto to a decent amount? If you own, realistically right now, folks, I'm being real here. If you own, $500, $1,000 in crypto right now, that's not going to go too far. Okay, I'm not trying to bash anybody's feelings, okay? But it's just in terms of you got to accumulate. if you're coming in here with $1,000 and you wanna, I really can't. I don't know what to say. If you're coming into crypto right now with $1,000 and that's it to your name, I would either be extremely have a conviction on one asset and buy that asset with the $1,000. I probably wouldn't trade it if $1,000 is only what I have, and that's what a lot of people are coming in with, the new folks. Absolutely wonder. Wow. What's going on with XRP here? Let's go to the 5-minute. It's crazy because like what we're witnessing right now is just straight up market making and controlling of the market. And that's a fact. That's a fact. Like there's market makers that, handle these prices just like what Salute has as well. Like we have market making, you need market making in these markets. And this is like, for example, Salutes, right? And there's options to like increase volume if needed. So you guys really understand how these assets, even like behind the scenes, the pillars, the oil works. Like we have the option for Salute, like to increase the market making, and generate more volume. And that's where like a lot of people, a lot of these projects come in here, they go in with like $1 million into market making, and then they have constant over $1 million in buys and sells, but it's just AI. But we're doing this so we can be picked up on coin market cap, right? So there's criteria that need to be met in order for the price feeds to be sucked in. So when you go to, for example, Salute on CoinMarketCap and you go to markets, you'll see Salute. You'll see 2bit here. That's picking up the volume. So it could generate this price feed. And that goes for all of them. That goes for all of them. Okay, should we do an up or down, higher or lower? Should we do a higher or lower? What do you guys think? What do you guys think? Let's go ahead and end this poll. And let's start a new poll that says higher or lower. 3-minute increment. Okay? And remember what we said in yesterday's live stream. If we win, we keep going. If we lose, we stop. Higher or lower, and let's get the party started. Let's get the party started. Look at the chart too before you guys click on anything, please. Look at the chart. This is the 5-minute chart. We're going to do the 3 minutes. 15 minutes. I'm not going to do much more talking because I'm pretty much wasting time. 15 minutes. This is the 1 minute. A lot of people are saying lower. 71% is saying lower. 18 votes. Come on, folks. Higher or lower XRP in the next 3 minutes. The longer we take to vote, our timer runs down pretty much. So oversold on short. I agree. I 100% agree. Okay, 3 minutes. Put 25, and we're gonna go. We're gonna go higher. We're gonna go higher. We went against the odds. Let's see. This could be it though. This could be the little dump that we might witness here. Man, these entries, these generational bottoms are absolutely insane. I still can't get over this. I still can't get over how the markets have gone up the way it have and retraced to this extent, given every single bullish news in this ecosystem. This just proves to you that without real economic activity on these networks, maintaining the valuations for these assets, given these protocols, are going to be a very tough challenge. And man, I'm so fucked. Folks, you guys have no idea. Like, I know we sound retarded when we talk about XRP and the future of XRP and how bullish we are. But it's reality. It's just like sometimes I'm lost for words of just how crazy this is all going to get. Let's see how this is going. Let's see how this is holding up. We're just on the cusp of this. We have a minute. Look at this. It is teeter-tottering on our entry. Let's make it a little bit more exciting, and let's put the 1 second timer. And we have less than a minute left. Are we going to walk away with this as winners, or are we going to walk away with this as losers? If you guys want to try this out, it's on Tubit. The link is in the description down below. And it's under futures, under event contracts. Higher or lower? Let's see. We got 43 seconds left. I don't want to look at it. Oh, we got to look at this one, though. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to wrap up the stream shortly. I want to give you guys a quick update on XRP. I want to give you guys a quick breakdown of the weekly candle, how it's still not looking good. And come on, 12 seconds. 10 seconds, this thing's got to stay up, and we're in the money. 10 seconds. 5 seconds. If we see a candle come down right now, well, folks, we went against the odds. Everybody said lower. We went higher. And we're taking that to the bank. We're taking that to the bank. All right, folks, we're going to wrap up this stream. But if you guys are just joining us, I'm going to give you guys a quick overview. Let me go ahead and pause our music here. Quick overview. So we have a former CIA director coming out saying that Trump may potentially hit Iran tomorrow or Tuesday. Again, a very bold statement coming out here. This is from the Hill. It is being, it's all over Twitter right now. So let's see how that pans out. Because as you guys know, we were talking about how Trump was about to hit Iran like 3 weeks ago on our live stream, because he said we're on our way. We have our warships and our planes, our F-16s on the way. But again, they're still not there yet. So let's see, because if this strike does happen, it will be one of the distractions kind of put to rest. Because we'll hopefully see what the end game is with this whole Iran versus USA. And then the weekly chart for XRP, an extremely, extremely important psychological level right now that we are holding. And I don't think we can hold it for much, much longer, okay? But let's see. If you guys are positioning yourselves for longs, entries at potential 106 wicks down, $1.11 wicks down, these entries are going to be, I feel like, eat up extremely quickly. Even if you, no, I don't think so. Like us seeing 50 cents, it's not out of picture, but we're gonna have to see a couple big missiles, or maybe even a little bit of a nuclear tease in order for that to happen, because that's just absolutely mind-boggling if that were to happen. And then the reversal, well, like I said, I may not sound accurate right now, but when you guys see the reversal, you guys will see it. It'll move way faster than this. Remember, when XRP did this in a matter of 4 weeks, it did this without any kind of clarity at all. It got the clarity for XRP not being a security, which we always knew, and it should have been priced in. But again, we're not the market movers, and we're not the market makers. And this next wave of institutional adoption with real economic value coming on chain, with real regulated infrastructures being leveraged, it is going to be iconic. That's all I got to say. It is going to be iconic. Yeah, let's see, Gordon. I mean, he could hurt the stock market's already been hurt enough. I don't know how much more you want to hurt the stock market. And when I say that, I mean you've already heard it enough times of printing trillions, putting it into the system. Okay, they printed trillions of dollars. The Dow was at 50,000, which is insane. I had no idea the Dow was at 50,000. I remember my private banking days, I was at 19,000, and I thought it was cool when it was at like trying to break through 20,000, got 25,000, and I can't believe we're at 50,000. It's incredible. It truly is incredible. $50,000 Dow is when you know it's, you know what? Let's just bring up the chart. Let me bring up the chart here before we go, because I got to look at this, because I used to look at this every single day. Every single day. I'm going to throw up. I think it's too early for me to look at this. Look at this thing. 1970, starting at $900. Let's go, Chicago. Yeah, that would be absolutely insane if we hit 50 cents. But this is the Dow, folks. This is the Dow. This is the rigged monetary system to a certain extent. They told you they printed $8 trillion to inject into the markets when crypto came and it tanked the markets. Right? Look at this. This is the biggest bubble in human history. But when you are a part of the narrative and you're controlling these markets, you could just keep on going until whenever you want to burst it, right? And then don't forget, we have the world debt clock as well. I believe that is over at 40 trillion or just under 40 trillion, if I'm not mistaken. $38.7 trillion. And that's where we're at right now. All right, folks, with that being said, thanks for coming out for the live. If you're getting ready for positions right now, this is crucial moments to be entries for limit orders, entries for if you're looking to do a quick scalp, if it wicks down and on the way back up. But I'm very excited, and maybe we'll even do a live stream this evening just to see where we are in the markets. But this week is going to be a very important week. If we're already getting a little bit of a teaser of what could potentially happen from the former CIA director, again, this, I believe, was a planted, perfect timing press release that everybody's spreading right now. So let's see how that pans out. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, we'll be back.
My family thinks less of me because I told them to buy XRP. And all my friends quit texting me cause all I talk about's the XCC. When the price rose, it was just like ecstasy, but then it crashed so unexpectedly, and no one's standing next to me, cause I still tell them to buy XRP. Put all my faith in Brad Garlinghouse, and now I do not have a house. Still figuring the riddles out, and no one knows what I'm talking about, but I still buy my XRP. If you don't like it, you can suck my DM. Buy my XRP. My therapist says let it go, man. I said no, it's all part of the plan. And when the flipping ink turns the page, I'll be laughing from my yachts